Here's how the garden looks after not being here for a few days. You see, it was raining like crazy the last few days, and this is how everything is turning. Here, let me show you from the marigolds over here. So many flowers, isn't this crazy? They're all just blooming and blooming. Of course, you got the basils here, which their color looks great, but I think something's eating it. It's looking a little caterpillar-like. We got some I think that's caterpillar poop. Oh gosh. How gross is that? Yeah, it's looking like caterpillar poop, but I looked around the plant and I'm not finding any caterpillar right now, so maybe it's not around anymore. Our tomato here has grown so tall. I think it's our tallest plant now. Oh, that bird. We got our marigolds here too. Look how many, oh my god, that's so crazy. Now this is the tomato that's struggling. I removed the leaves that looked damaged, and I'm looking closely right here. You see those white bumps? That's actually roots trying to come out. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to actually try to bury it deeper now. Great marigold. And of course, we got this shiso over here. The leaves are kind of growing crinkly. I don't really know what that's about. I think it has to do with watering maybe, but other than that, oh my gosh, it is really growing some nice leaves on there. Looking good. Look, it's a mushroom.
Maybe it's friendly!
Hooray! Oh my gosh, I just flicked the leaf and the caterpillar came out. I was right. What should I do? Oh no, he's going back. Be gone, caterpillar. Stop eating my basil. Got him. Eat those. So yesterday I did an update. I showed the garden bed to you guys, and today, now that it's not raining, because after I showed you guys that, it started pouring and dumping rain. But now that it's not raining anymore, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna be weeding the horsetails, which are starting to sprout up like crazy. The horsetails are gonna be weeded. We're going to replant that cherry tomato that's really struggling right now. We're gonna plant it deeper because tomato plants happen to be one of these plants where if they get buried deeper into the soil, they start sprouting roots from the stem. It's hopefully gonna make it stronger and hopefully and actually produce some fruit. We'll see what happens with that. Last but not least, one of the basils look like they're actually getting some very nice leaves coming up. So I'm going to cut one of those stems and we're going to propagate it so that we can have an entirely new basil plant. That's the plan today. Let's go outside and start getting to work. Weeded all of the horsetails here, and now I think the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to dig this little tomato plant out and we're gonna bury it deeper. It's barely grown. It's like struggling to just survive this whole time. What the heck, right? And last but not least, we got this little flower trying to come out on this tomato. I don't want it to flower yet, so I'm gonna pinch this off. And let's hope that the roots now are going to focus on growing out of the stem. Right as I finish, now look, my next tomato plant, it's getting the stem bit. What is going on? This is so weird, look at that. I can't find anything online about what they're doing. Bro. I was hoping that ants wouldn't be a problem, but I hate that this is happening. I don't know what to do about it, but I think it's damaging the tomato plants. And they're only doing it to the tomato plants. They're not doing it to any other plants as far as I can see. Very strange. I'll have to figure it out. But we have one last thing to do, which is to cut off a little bit of basil. There we go. All right, let's propagate this guy. Put it in a jar. There's something that happened yesterday that I didn't really record, but after seeing that those ants are just chewing all over the bottom of the stem, I read that you can deter ants by using cinnamon. Apparently they really hate cinnamon, right? So I took some cinnamon, I powdered it along down here, put it along the stem, and you know what? They have not been appearing anymore, so that is really nice. Same with over here. I'm noticing after I buried it deeper, I sprinkled some cinnamon all over it. We'll see how it is in a couple of days. You guys remember that basil that I put in the jar to propagate? Check it out. It's all limp now, and I don't know why. It might be because I didn't leave it in the sun. I just kind of had it sitting in the shade. So I think I'm just gonna eat this one, and we will propagate another one once it grows tall enough. We'll get it eventually, but this one will go in a sandwich or something. Now the issue with the ants has been solved, for the most part. I'm hoping that the cinnamon is really gonna help with keeping them away. It seems to be working right now. I am looking at why this cherry tomato has yellow leaves, and when I looked back at the video of when I fed nitrogen to all the plants, I totally skipped over the cherry tomato. So part of me wants to give it some nitrogen, and hopefully it can really help with the development of everything. Okay, there we go. I hope you get a nice little boost. Let's see how these new leaves start growing, huh? You can do it, little tomato. Okay, I think that this is growing to be quite tall now. I want to cut this down so that we can have these little ones branch out. So I'm gonna cut this top one here. Ta-da! Oh my gosh. We got so much to eat. I can't wait to eat this. It's gonna be so good. Smells amazing already. I love it. See, now this and this are gonna keep growing out just like these ones did. This is also a side shoot. Hello, it's a new day, and I have been noticing that my basils are getting more and more holes, but this time without caterpillar poop being left around everywhere. So I started looking underneath the leaves, and look what I found. An earwig, and they do damage leaves and stuff, so I'm gonna try to take this guy off. Hi, another pest update. So the earwig that I found on the basil, I lost track of it because I dropped it in the dirt when I was trying to remove it, and it just hid away, and I don't know where it went. So of course it came back, and I know that because when I look at the basil, you can see little black specks all over it, and the black specks are its poop. It's a lot smaller than the caterpillar poop, but it's just all over the basil. So I tried looking for it, couldn't find it. I guess they like to hide inside of mulch, especially when it's very, very humid. It's been like thunderstorming these last couple of days. And so, you know, it's very understandable that it'd be really enjoying this climate right now. I want to try to remove the earwig this time so it doesn't come back. And so I looked up a trap on YouTube, and found out that apparently I can build one very easily. You just get a little ice cream cup, put some olive oil in it, a couple drops of soy sauce to attract it with the scent, and then snuggle it inside of the dirt. Then the earwig at nighttime when it's active will smell that and go towards it. I want to try and see if it works. So far, we were able to remove the caterpillar, throw it somewhere else, and it hasn't come back. The ants that have been attacking the tomato stem have stopped ever since I put the cinnamon on. So this time, let's hope that this actually works to deter the earwig, and perhaps we will have another pest to deal with at some point. There we go. Let's try it out. You know, I hope the ants won't be attracted to this. Okay, I changed my mind. I was gonna do the oil and soy sauce thing, but I was kind of sitting here thinking, I don't know, I guess it got me a little worried for the other insects too. So I'm gonna try the different trap that they suggested, which is to take something like this. This is a toilet paper like roll thing. We're going to fold it up like this. We'll wet it, tie it with a rubber band, and then hopefully the earwig will want to nestle inside here because this is a nice area for them to hide or something. So I'm gonna try this instead, and hopefully if there is an earwig in there, I can grab this and then place the earwig somewhere else. That would be, I think, a lot better. Look, so many. So here we are with our medium-sized tomato plant, and as you can see, it has grown very tall. Starting to lean over, we shall give it its own cage so it can start leaning on that, because I think it's starting to need some support. It's recovered a lot since it's been bitten by all of those little ants. I think that looks just adorable, doesn't it? Ah, very nice. Let's hope it can grow nice and tall. Cherry is still stunted. In like 2 days, it's been a month since I've planted this little guy. It's gone through a lot. Hello. It's gone through a lot, but you know what? I think ever since we've planted it deeper, and it's been able to kind of stay away from getting any more ant damage, I don't think it's looking worse. It's been looking the same every single day. And now I'm noticing, I mean, these new leaves look pretty good, don't they? You can do it, little guy. Gotta say, my landlord was right about the shiso. Look at that. Oh man. Look at all this. This is where I cut. Just growing straight out of there. Alright, so next morning we're gonna check if the earwig is in my little trap. Alright, nowhere to be found on the plant, so let's see if he went in the trap. I just tapped it around, nothing. Dang it. And I wonder where it is. It keeps eating my basil. Hi guys, new day. It's July 5th today, which actually I think marks exactly 1 month now since I've planted everything. So it's kind of a 1 month update. Anyways, the earwig trap didn't work yesterday, right? I'm gonna check it today. We'll see if it works. If it didn't, which I'm thinking it did not, I am going to use, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do the trap And this time I'm gonna actually put a lid on top so other insects don't go inside it. So we're gonna make the oil trap, oil and soy sauce trap, which I saw more YouTube tutorials on it. A lot of people claim that it works. It's the internet, so you know, we can't believe everything until we try it, right? Hopefully it actually catches the earworm that is demolishing my basils. So let's go see if the trap actually has something inside it today. All right, let's see. Here's my trap. Let's see if we got anything in here today. Oh! Sorry, little guy. Oh my gosh. Sorry, little guy. Here, get back in. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, it looks like it was a good shelter for the roly-poly. Not so much for the earwig. We'll try that trap. Okay, we're making the trap. We have soy sauce, olive oil, ice cream cup, and I want to put a lid on top of it, so we need to make some holes here on the side so that the earwig can go inside. And we'll be ready. There we go. There's one hole. Two. Let's do one more. All right, 1, 2, 3. And some soy sauce. I'm glad I'm checking right now too, because look, the ants are back. Attacking my tomato again, weirdly enough. Just swipe these guys off and get some cinnamon again, because the cinnamon really worked last time. The rain must have washed it off. I'm still weirded out that the tomatoes are getting attacked by ants, because almost everywhere I look online, ants do not attack plants unless they're trying to farm aphids. And that's if aphids are already there. It doesn't seem to have any kind of damage like that. So I'm just so perplexed as to why there would be ants that keep biting at the stem, even if there seems to be nothing for them there, you know? I don't know. Gonna give Cherry some over here too. Sad flower. It was too heavy for its own stem. Frickin' horse tails. Hey guys, now that it's been a month, I'm gonna give you guys a final walkthrough. Starting off with these guys here, the marigolds. They started with just one bloom for each plant, and now we just have so much growing. Very cool. It's my first time growing marigolds, so of course I don't know what it was gonna be like. The basils, we have 3 of them growing close to each other because I couldn't separate them when I first got it. But I would say they're doing pretty good so far. It's being ridden by pests everywhere. Like all these I can't believe like half of this leaf was chewed off. I think the next update we're gonna have to see how this trap worked, and we'll see if we actually catch one of these guys. The tomatoes are starting to grow big, the medium tomatoes here. I've only grown cherry-sized tomato before, so I'm not really used to seeing the flowers be a little longer. I think they're a little bit different than the cherry tomatoes, but either way, I'm glad we were able to figure out the pest issue. The cinnamon seems to be working each time. Now, cherry tomato looks more or less the same as when I first got it, but it went through a lot, as you guys know. It went through the ant infestation. It was struggling to come back from it, but I think slowly but surely, the top leaves are looking greener than they were before. It could just be my imagination. I need to look at the previous footage. Alright, and then I have not propagated a basil yet. In fact, the one that I was trying to propagate failed, so we'll try that again. And our shiso plant, of course, which I was so worried about before, but honestly this has been the least amount of maintenance so far. I really love the way that they're branching out. These leaves are so big. Look very delicious. But yeah. Alright, I think this about covers it for the end of this vlog. We do have some more pest updates coming in the next one. We'll see how this trap does, and we'll just have to see how Cherry does too, and if it's gonna survive its little oh my god, that bug was so fast. You're going crazy right now. Anyways, I'm gonna leave here, so you guys have a great rest of the day. If you like these updates, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!